is up, you guys, and welcome to the Chosen League podcast, where fire sports content is the name of the game. I'm your host, Devon. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode, and watch this video all the way to the end because I don't want you guys missing out what I have in store for you today. Question for discussion: what are your thoughts on Dan Hurley rejecting the Lakers offer? Lakers offer him a 6-year, $70 million deal, but he says, nope, I'm going back to UConn. And it's a no-brainer. He's Dan Hurley, a two-time champion, winning back-to-back with UConn and possibly going for a three-peat. Why not? But the Lakers, on the other hand, with the head coaching search, I mean, it's narrowed down to three now. So now the attention is put back on JJ Redick. And if you look at it, you know, when this happened, when this head coaching search happened after, Darvin Ham got released, they parted ways with Darvin Ham, who is now back in Milwaukee as the assistant coach. So he's working with Doc Rivers and he has a great roster. And so looking at that, it's like, okay, JJ Redick is on the scene. Now we know he has a podcast with LeBron James. And it just made it too easy. It was too predictable. It was like, oh yeah, they're putting up JJ Redick, yeah, LeBron's right hand man, and it goes to show it was like he's the front runner. But now the Lakers is like, we got to turn everybody's attention away from it. So let's go with Dan Hurley, and I don't blame Dan Hurley from rejecting this offer. In his mind, he must love. He's at his peak. He's at the highest level of college basketball, and he's basically at the top of the mountain. He loves to develop the players. Some coaches, you got to understand, with coaches leaving college and then coming to the pros, it's totally different from coaching college players versus pro players. Pro players have already made it. They've made it to the league. They've fulfilled their dream to make it to the league. So you have to deal with the mentality of those guys in the pros, whether it's an ego thing, whether it's their pride, whatever it may be. But in college, you're able to develop the players and get them where they need to be, and making sure that they make the right plays, make the right decisions, to better themselves. So with Dan Hurley in mind, in his collegiate career, obviously two-time champ, two-time Final Four, A10 Coach of the Year in 2017, Big East Coach of the Year 2023, Naismith Coach of the Year, Naismith Award finalist, TSN Coach of the Year. He's been with Connecticut UConn for 6 years, 6 long years. And out of those 6 years, had to be great because it just goes to show that they're getting better over time and as the years go by. And honestly, he can go for a three-peat. If he wins a three-peat, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But I think for the Lakers and their head coaching candidate, I mean, there's only three guys left. So now the attention has been turned back to JJ Redick. So JJ Redick, who was one, James Borrego. If you guys are or aren't familiar with James Borrego, he was the head coach for the Charlotte Hornets at the time. And at that time, that's when LaMelo came into the league. He was drafted to the league, and you know he coached LaMelo, and it was like finally he let LaMelo come out and play, because a lot of times LaMelo would come out and play and then go on the bench and so on. But James Borrego, Jay Wright, and JJ Redick are the three head coaching candidates left. Uh, Honestly, the only coach in Lakers history that has actually had a long lasting success, long lasting career with the Lakers is none other than Phil Jackson. If you look at coaches like Frank Vogel, Darvin Ham, Frank Vogel won a championship in 2020 with the Lakers, and people are going to say, yeah, that championship doesn't count, chosen league, but hey, a championship is a championship. But over the years, the Lakers coaching history, they haven't been able, after two or 3 years, they get rid of the head coach and get another new head coach. Lakers need to do better this upcoming season. And just look at what they have done from then until now. Back then, when LeBron, before before the previous season, year 21 with LeBron, he came out and talked about how he wanted to play with his son Bronny. Lakers wanted to fulfill that dream. Now, after losing in the first round to the Nuggets, LeBron is like, I don't want to play with my son right now. I think LeBron is in a win now mode. Basically, he's in a win now mode, and they have to add depth around LeBron and AD, and that's what they have to do this offseason. And the Lakers have to get the head coach that is gonna fit for LeBron and AD, who is gonna understand their mentality and what this team needs and how to turn this team around. So Lakers are gonna have to make some big changes. Lakers aren't gonna take Bronny in the first round, and also Bronny's looking to open up to these other workouts because he had 10. He narrowed it down to two, which was the Lakers and the Suns. So Lakers have to do a lot of work this offseason. They're gonna have to do a lot of work, and one starts with the head coach because the head coach is the one that's gonna set the tone, and then everything else, what you do in the offseason in terms of trades and acquiring players, that's also going to be that's just going to be a bonus. But to set the tone, you have to have the head coach first. But anyways, that is all for today's episode. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload an episode. I'm Devon, and I'm signing off.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show.